The 2026 NFL Draft is very good at the defensive line positions. It's a great defensive tackle class and also a really strong edge group as well. We have talked about a number of these players already, but one of the most requested players from you guys has been Oklahoma edge rusher rmasonthomas. Thomas is a player who has battled injuries in 2025, but the pure pass rushing traits he possesses are fantastic. In a really solid defensive line class, how high should Thomas be taken in the 2026 NFL Draft? That is what we will be discussing in today's video. But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It helps me out a ton and lets me know you guys are enjoying the videos. Comment down below which prospects you guys want to see me talk about in a future spotlight, and without further ado, let's get into it. rmasonthomas was a 4-star recruit from the 2021 class. He didn't play a ton in his first 2 seasons, but in 2024, Thomas had a pretty massive breakout for the Sooners. He had 35 pressures, 9 sacks, 12 tackles, 19 run stops, and a forced fumble. He had some buzz in last year's class, but decided to return to school. Unfortunately, he has battled injuries for most of the season and has been in and out of the lineup, but when he's on the field, he's produced. He has 24 pressures, 6 sacks, 11 tackles, 16 run stops, and a forced fumble on the season. His production has been really solid, and he has some really intriguing tools for the NFL level. The first thing that stands out with Thomas is his ridiculous athleticism off the edge. His first step explosiveness is absolutely fantastic. He explodes off the line of scrimmage, and he mixes that very well with great speed to turn the corner. He has good track down speed, and his overall movement abilities are elite with excellent burst and explosiveness. He moves so well and is such a twitched up athlete, and I think there are so many people that are going to love that about his game. As a pass rusher, there are a lot of things to love about what Thomas can do. He has an array of pass rush moves that he is able to break out and utilize at any given time, and I think he has really good hands. He has shown a nasty ghost move that is one of the most effective in his tool belt, but he's able to win with speed to bend. He shows a nice swim move, and I think he's very dangerous off of designed stunts as well. He's been uber productive as a pass rusher throughout his collegiate career, and I think the variety of different ways he's able to win, and with his bend, I'd argue he is one of the best pure pass rushers in the class. He also has a relentless motor as a rusher and is in constant pursuit of the quarterback, which I loved seeing. While I think as a pass rusher there are things to love about what Thomas can do, there are equally as many question marks about his game. For one thing, Thomas is a very undersized rusher. He's listed at 6'2", 249 pounds, and is a player who is pretty sawed off and has shorter arms as well. His lack of arm length does hurt him on tape. He doesn't have the ability to long arm offensive linemen, and he struggles to shed blockers consistently as a result. Offensive linemen are able to work into Mason-Thomas's chest way too frequently, and I think that his size and length are going to be heavily scrutinized come the NFL draft time. Another concern I have about Thomas is his power. He doesn't have the most developed power profile yet, and while there are flashes of the ability to convert that speed to power, it's very inconsistent for him right now. I want to see him add a more consistent bull rush to his arsenal, and if he could do that, I think it could elevate his pass rushing upside even higher. As a run defender, I have a lot of concerns about rmasonthomas. We mentioned that Thomas doesn't have long arms and he struggled to get off of blocks, and it really shows up in the run game. Blockers were able to have their way with Thomas, and he struggled to make plays in the run game and consistently disengaged. On top of all of that, when Thomas did have an angle and he was able to shed the block, Thomas really struggles with missed tackles. He has an 18.9% missed tackle rate through his career, and because of this, I expect Thomas to be a designated pass rusher at the next level and be a factor primarily on passing downs. Rmasonthomas is a player who has a lot of question marks, but man, what he does well, he does very well. It's a shame we haven't gotten to see him fully healthy this year, because when he's on the field, he is explosive. He is an excellent pure pass rusher, and over the last few seasons, we have seen this type of player work at the NFL level. He has his limitations that I think will be very role specific, but he is my number 8 edge rusher in the draft class, and I have a top 75 grade on him. In terms of a scheme fit, I think Thomas is going to be a designated pass rusher at the NFL level. He's so raw as a run defender, and with his short arms, with his tackling concerns, his inability to consistently shed blockers, I think utilizing him as a player on passing downs where he is able to key off, get after the quarterback, utilize that speed, that bend, and that explosiveness, and I think he could have a very strong role as a DPR in the NFL. My player comparison for rmasonthomas is Seattle Seahawks edge rusher Uchenna Nwosu. Nwosu is a player who is a nice athlete. He's got a good first step, makes good plays as a pass rusher, but has his limitations against the run. Measurements for rmasonthomas are very similar to the measurements Nwosu had when coming out of school, and Nwosu has been a really reliable true pass rusher in his career. And I think Thomas has that archetype and that type of upside at the next level to be one of the more consistent DPRs in the league. Rmasonthomas has elite bend. He's a rare athlete, but has some question marks because of the lack of length and the up and down run defense. I think he's a good player though who can get after the quarterback, and ultimately, I believe that rmasonthomas will be a day 2 pick in the 2026 NFL Draft.